Hello and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're heading off on an exploration of Morocco. Our sources paint this picture of a land where, ancient traditions aren't just museum pieces, they're alive, really shaping daily life, often in pretty surprising ways. So our mission, as always, is to dive into the material we've gathered, research, and pull out the most, unexpected facts and key insights. We want to show you why Morocco is genuinely hard to pin down. Get ready for everything from cities painted entirely blue to, and this one's amazing, goats climbing trees.
Absolutely. And what's really compelling about Morocco, I think, is just the sheer variety packed into one place. It manages to blend the mystical, the historical, and frankly, the genuinely curious. So this deep dive, it's not just about listing off cool facts, right? It's about connecting those dots, helping you understand what makes Morocco unique, but maybe more importantly, why it matters. In the bigger picture of global cultures and cultural resilience.
Okay, let's jump in. One of the first things that really struck me, looking through everything, was Chefchaouen. I mean, picture this. An entire city, almost every building, every street is just bathed in these incredibly vivid blues. It sounds like something out of a dream, but nope, it's real.
And it's not just pretty, is it? The reason behind the blue is, it's debated, which kind of adds to the whole mystique. Some theories say, very practically, that the blue helps keep mosquitoes away. Makes sense, right?
Practical.
But then you have these other ideas, more symbolic maybe, that the blue represents the sky or heaven.
So it's fascinating that you have these two totally different explanations living side by side. One super practical, the other deeply spiritual. Does that tell us something maybe about Moroccan culture itself?
Oh, definitely. I think it absolutely does. That debate really highlights this tension you often see in Moroccan culture. Is it about ingenious practicality or is it about deep spiritual connection? And often the answer seems to be both. They coexist, they weave together. It says a lot about how their heritage holds both the useful and the sublime.
Okay, so moving from one ancient, really vibrant place to another, our sources talk a lot about the Fez Medina, the old walled city part of Fez. And here's where it gets really compelling. It's described as the largest functioning medieval city anywhere in the world. We're talking like a maze of over 9,000 narrow alleys. And get this, donkeys are still the main way to transport goods inside. Craftsmen working just like they did centuries ago. It really is like stepping into a living time capsule.
Right. And the fact that donkeys are still essential, that these ancient crafts are thriving, it isn't just quaint. It points to something deeper. It suggests this really integrated, sustainable kind of urban ecosystem, one that's actively, you could say, resisting some of the pressures of modern infrastructure and, globalization. What does that tell us about Morocco's approach to heritage versus modernity?
It sounds amazing, this preservation. Almost idyllic. But does that unique approach create challenges too for the city today? Thinking about tourism or basic infrastructure.
That's a really sharp question. Because yes, while it's a marvel for tourists, running a city like that today involves a constant balancing act. The very things that make it unique, those narrow alleys, the traditional transport, they naturally pose challenges for modern services, deliveries, you name it. It really highlights a conscious choice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Prioritizing heritage, maybe, over pure modern convenience. That's a powerful statement in itself.
And this incredible preservation, it seems like it's not happening in a vacuum. It's shaped by Morocco's geography, which is pretty unique too. Our sources point out it touches both the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, which isn't just a neat trivia point, right? It leads to really diverse coastlines, and more importantly, these distinct cultural blends. You find Spanish and Arab influences mixing in the north, while the west leans more towards Berber and French.
Exactly, and that geography directly fuels the cultural landscape.
Yeah.
So how do these layers, geographical, historical, actually show up in the culture today?
Well, one fascinating aspect is the enduring presence of the Amazi people, often known as Berbers. They're the indigenous people of Morocco. Their language, their art, their traditions, they go back thousands of years, way before Arab rule. And it's not just ancient history locked away. Their ancient script, Tifna, you can actually see it today, on signs across the country. It's this powerful, visible symbol of enduring identity despite centuries of different influences. Wow. And speaking of unique Moroccan features, there's another example that's, it's both bizarre and brilliant, how nature and tradition mix. If you thought we were done with surprising sights, brace yourself for this one. Morocco is one of the world's top producers of argan oil. Now, lots of us know argan oil, right? Cosmetics, maybe cooking. But here's the thing. The nuts for this oil, they grow only in one specific area, southwestern Morocco, nowhere else. And the sight that goes with it is genuinely wild. Our sources talk about goats. Goats climbing the argan trees to eat the fruit.
It's one of those things, isn't it? You almost have to see it to believe it. Imagine trying to explain that scene to someone who's never left, say, London or New York.
Right.
But beyond just being a spectacle, like a weird photo op, this visual quirk actually tells a much deeper story. It speaks to Morocco's unique ecosystem and this deep traditional ecological knowledge. It's a living example of a unique relationship between the animals, the trees, the people that underpins a really vital local industry. It shows how traditional ways can allow everyone and the environment to thrive together.
So, okay, we've taken quite a journey today through some really distinct Moroccan features. We started with Chefchaouen, the incredible blue city, and the whole debate around why it's blue. Mosquitoes, or something more spiritual, like the sky. A debate that kind of reveals something in itself.
And then we plunged into the Fez Medina, that vast living history lesson. Over 9,000 alleys, donkeys still essential. It's more than just an old city. It's a profound case study in how a traditional urban system can endure, even push back against modernity.
We also touched on Morocco's really unique spot on the map, touching both the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, and how that shapes everything, leading to those different cultural blends: Spanish, Arab, Berber, French. It's all woven together there.
And we highlighted the Amazi people, the Berbers, their ancient roots, their enduring traditions, and how their Tifinagh script is still visible today. A powerful symbol of resilience. And of course, the argan oil, the fact it's unique to southwestern Morocco.
Which brings us back, to that truly strange but totally real image of boots climbing the argan trees. You won't forget that quickly.
It really does all bring us to this final thought, doesn't it? Morocco seems to, well, it defies easy labels. It's a place where ancient traditions aren't just relics. They're vibrantly alive, actively shaping daily life in ways that can seem really surprising from the outside. And this leaves us with a question, perhaps for you, the listener, to think about. In a world where so much culture seems to be moving towards a kind of uniformity, what can Morocco teach us? What does it tell us about the power, the resilience of holding on to truly unique identities and traditions, even the ones that seem, well, as strange as they are real?